We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV.
Nifatairio niwe niye Ngai wakwa nifatairio niwe niye ndigehota fafaitari nawe nikio Ngai wakwa fataritio niwe Ngai tiganewe niye dikereho tiganeta ciaku ndare wako nyararwo utuire ukuite miakeria ndinayo neria ndigaretie nikwihokete niye Ngai wakwa nifatairio niwe niye Ngai wakwa nifatairio niwe niye ndigehota fafaitari nawe nikio Ngai wakwa fataritio niwe dufa Ngai wananidera baranyike mono wanahotanira uyu ni Goliathu wibere yakwa na nijoe nama niukuhotanira niye Ngai wakwa nifatairio niwe niye Ngai wakwa nifatairio niwe niye ndigehota fafaitari nawe nikio Ngai wakwa fataritio niwe hinya wa icoka ciao angĩ makehoka ũgĩ no menyo wao na ithuĩ twĩhokaga Ngai mũtura muoyo norĩa mũmwĩhoki ndangĩconoka niĩ Ngai wakwa nifatairio niwe niye Ngai wakwa nifatairio niwe niye ndigehota fafaitari nawe nikio Ngai wakwa fataritio niwe nduĩte nĩ gũkũmathia Ngai. Mũtũrĩre wakwa wĩ moko-inĩ maku, ĩkana niĩ Ngai ũrĩa ũkwenda. Niĩ nĩ nduĩte itua rĩa gũgũtungatĩra. Niĩ Ngai wakwa nĩ batairio nĩwe. Niĩ Ngai wakwa nĩ batairio nĩwe. Niĩ ndingĩhota baba itarĩ nawe. Nĩkĩo Ngai wakwa batarĩtio nĩwe.
Nitakuita Bwana wa mabwana,
nitakuita asubuhi,
nitakuita
mchana,
ngoja Bwana
hata jioni, maana wewe ndiwe Mungu. Nitakuita Bwana, napokuita wasikia, unayajibu pia maombi. Nitakuita Bwana, nitakuita Bwana, napokuita wasikia, unayajibu pia maombi. Nitakuita Bwana, nitakuita asubuhi, nitakuita mchana, nitakuita hata jioni, maana wewe ndiwe Mungu.
nitakuita Bwana,
Nitakuita asubuhi,
wewe usiyeshindwa,
nitakuita mchana, nitakuita hata jioni, maana wewe ndiwe Mungu.
Mungu wangu usiyebadilika, Mungu wangu usiyeshindwa Bwana, nitakuita wakati wote Bwana.
Umeahidi kwa neno lako, takapokuita utasikia na kunionyesha mambo makubwa. Nitakuita Bwana,
Hallelujah.
umeahidi kwa neno lako, takapokuita utasikia na kunionyesha mambo makubwa. Nitakuita Bwana, nitakuita asubuhi, nitakuita mchana, nitakuita hata jioni, maana wewe ndiwe Mungu.
Sina mwingine,
Nitakuita asubuhi,
ila ni wewe Bwana,
nitakuita mchana,
wa majeshi,
nitakuita hata jioni, maana wewe ndiwe Mungu.
unastahili kuinuliwa Bwana, unastahili kupewa sifa Bwana, aliye na uwezo wa kusikia maombi yangu.
Nitakuita Bwana, mradi tu nina uhai, wewe tu wanitosha. Nitakuita Bwana, nitakuita Bwana, mradi tu nina uhai, wewe tu wanitosha. Nitakuita Bwana, nitakuita asubuhi, nitakuita mchana, nitakuita hata jioni, maana wewe ndiwe Mungu.
Sina mwingine,
nitakuita
Haleluya, nitakungoja
hata jioni, maana wewe niwe Mungu.
Haleluya, nitakuita Bwana.
Preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing. For eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity.
Good evening, viewers. I hope you are all doing well. Welcome to PBCM TV, a channel that is created to educate you and to help you learn about different things in life. Today we are privileged to talk about the youths. We are having a youth show. We are going to be discussing different challenges that youths face today. We have a guest in studio who is going to help us to learn and to understand how youths can be able to navigate through these issues. Welcome very much. Our guest today is Pastor MJ. Welcome very much, man of God.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We are privileged to have you once again. Kindly introduce yourself to our viewers so that they can know you better.
Thank you so much, our viewers. I'm grateful today again to be in this show, PBCM TV, as we discuss on few things and try to educate one another on matters youth. And I believe, because today we have a youth show, and I believe we know that the greatest, or in our generation, the greatest population, it is our youth. And youth, they become a decision-making body, especially in our nation and worldwide, because they hold a very big percentage in our society. So it is important when they understand what they're supposed to do, even as believers, it becomes a very important thing. So I welcome you. Thank you so much for hosting me today. I really appreciate to be on this show today.
Thank you, man of God, even for finding time to come and discuss this issue. As you have said, that the youths are the biggest population that we have in our country today, and they make a very important decision-making body, because we know the youths, most of them are 18 and above, and they have the right to choose their leaders and everything like that. So we have so many Christian youths. We are going to focus on Christian youths, some of the challenges that they face. Man of God, please just highlight some of the challenges before we go deeper.
Thank you so much. As I have said earlier, youth hold a very important or a pivotal role in every space. And not only in our nation, even in the family, youth holds a very important part, because actually life has three segments. Life has three levels. The first level is infancy, when you are a child and you're not able to decide on your own. And number two, we have the youthful life, and finally the elderly life, the old age life. That is the elderly.
Okay, man of God, please give us the range of the youth, the age range. Between what year to what year do we consider that someone is a youth?
I know it's a tricky question, because some say that you are a youth as much as you feel yourself to be one. There are people who sometimes they differentiate being a youth from with marital status. That even in the church, which is a misconception, that vijana ni wale ambao hawajaoa. They say if you are unmarried, you are a youth. If you are married, you are no longer a youth. But actually, that is not the case. Youthful, it is, I will not call it as age so far, though there is a particular age. But I can say in our nation, it's like from 19 or from teen to around 45.
When you say teen, you mean even that teen.
That teen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
so
teen.
that teen is also a youth.
When you do a youth is I can call youth is a state. I may not actually call it or classify it in an age bracket because it is a state. Sometimes there are people we see, they are 19, but they are no longer youth. They are very old.
Highly unlikely.
No, it's true. It's true. There are people, it's a state.
Yeah.
But also, we can say between the age of, that's teenager to around 45 or below 50, you can be termed as a youth.
Okay, but man of God, when you say a teen is a youth, youth, okay, in my understanding, I don't know whether I'm right.
I know you call a teen Sunday school.
Okay, not exactly. What I mean is a youth is someone who can make decisions for themselves, and I don't expect a teenager to be able to make right decisions for themselves.
What I can say, that's why I said youthfulness is a state where you can be. There are people who become wise and they're able to make a decision at a very early stage. Yeah, like myself, I could at 12 years. Yes. So it depends now with the person. That's why I called it a state. We have somebody who is 30 years old but cannot make decision on his or her own.
Yeah,
so that's why I called it a state. But in terms of age bracket, we can say actually from 15, between 15 and 45, they are in between that. You can call it youthful. Okay. They are youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had asked you earlier, kindly highlight some of the challenges, the main challenges that the youths face, Christian youths to be specific.
Thank you so much. We are discussing mostly on Christian youth, though sometimes some challenges are almost the same. Yeah, Christians and those who are not Christian, if you are in that age bracket. One of them, it is, I can just highlight as technology. Maybe we'll be able to discuss about it later, technology, because that is also a challenge to many Christian youths and also youths as a whole, technology, because technology is advancing each and every day. The way 2000 youths were, it's not the way, the challenges that the 2000 youths were experiencing are not the same challenges the 2025 youths are experiencing.
Very true.
The challenges we are experiencing during our time. During our time, it is not the same challenges. Okay, it could be the same, but it is
more advanced.
It is more advanced.
Yeah.
So that is a technological advancement. It's so much. And when technological advancement is there, also there is an advancement. There is also increase in wickedness and so many other things. There are so many other things that have come up. That is one. That technological advancement. That is it. So also, youth experiences normal changes, biological changes.
Yeah.
Which is also a challenge to so many.
Yeah, it is a challenge.
And especially Christian youth, they will think that some is demonic. Like there are some feelings. To me, sometimes I call it tomadhigiriri, you know. I don't know whether my viewers can get
relate.
it. Yeah, they can relate. But there are some changes that you will like. They begin experiencing biological changes, which is normal, or which are normal, which are natural. Sometimes feeling attracted to the opposite gender, which is very normal. So now, on management of the same, there is where brings the difference. So I've said technological advancement. I've said biological changes. Actually, especially in Christian youths, they really face it as a very huge challenge. Yeah. So to highlight but a few as we continue with the show.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much. I also think it would be important to discuss faith, because faith is also a very big challenge that the youths.
We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV, preparing you for eternity. We are glad you are watching PBCM TV. PBCM TV.
We are sorry for the interruption, but we are back. Man of God, you are highlighting some of the issues that the youth face today, and you mentioned the technology and the biological changes. I was also thinking that being a Christian youth, they face some challenges on faith, considering today we have those people who do not believe in God. So I think it is also a topic, a subtopic that we can cover.
Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. That is part of what I was highlighting.
Okay.
One of them being technological advancement. The other one is biological changes. And also on faith. That is very, very true. Because, and I had mentioned something on advancement of wickedness. You know, wickedness has increased. You know, as wisdom, as people continue to increase in knowledge, also wickedness increases. Yeah. So believers or Christian youths, they are really experiencing a lot of challenges, right? And it is good to admit, even as the church, that there is a problem, there is a huge challenge that our youths are experiencing. And that's why you realize many young men, they'll be attracted to other secular places than they'll be attracted to the places of worship.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You realize, actually, if you want to see many young men, you might not see them in the places of worship. True. You see them in secular places, midundo or something. Yeah. So, and that's a challenge, and. Another huge challenge, because we are highlighting, I know we'll now come into details. We'll dig deeper. Another challenge that Christian youths are experiencing is it's when those who are not believers, they seems to be doing better than them.
Yeah, very true.
It's a huge challenge. Yeah. They seem to be doing better. They are driving better cars. Bigger cars. Yeah, when most likely believers or Christian youth are trekking as they trust in the Lord. Yeah. So it's a challenge. And sometimes, and you see, it becomes a bit difficult to win those other youths on the other side, because they think that they don't need God to prosper, because there are so many other things and there are so many other methods people uses to arrive. And you hear men say that the end justifies the means. The end justifies the means, which on my side I say the means justifies the end, which is very much important. It is not that so long as you arrive, you don't care the means you are going to use. So that's a challenge also with the Christian youth. They see others, and it's not only believers. It's not only youth. Also, there was a case. Is it the book of Psalms 37 of David? He was sometimes he was wondering what is happening. Sinners, wicked people are prospering more than the righteous, more than the saints, and that thing worried David so much until he was shown where they are. The Bible says they stand in a slippery ground, So that's a challenge also with believers, the youths who are Christian. They think that, or they see other youths doing better than them, and in many cases they try to be influenced wrongly. Yeah.
Okay, man of God, let us start with the first one that you mentioned, which is technological advancement, which is a big challenge today, considering we are living in an era where technology is available for anyone at any time. Kindly explain, how is it a challenge and how can the youth be able to overcome this challenge?
Why is it a challenge? Technological advancement. Right now, the world has become a village. Maybe during our time, when I say during our time, I actually don't think I am.
You're too old.
I'm too old. Don't think I lived during the Dropithecus era.
It might be.
If you did history, you understand. They were telling us about Dropithecus and Homo sapiens sapien man. So Dropithecus was the oldest. That is history, not Christian. We believe we've been created by God in the image of God. So now technology has made the world look like a village. You see, somebody who is somewhere very far, the farthest end of this world, can know what somebody in Nairobi, in Kenya, in USA, wherever is doing. So because of that, now the influence, there's something we call peer pressure. When technology was not this advanced, the peer pressure was only local peer pressure.
Yeah, it was local.
Nothing much. Nothing much. Local. You could only be influenced by your neighbor.
Or your schoolmate.
Or your schoolmate. That was the only influence. So it was local influence. Yeah. Now technology has brought peer pressure, has made peer pressure international.
Yeah, to go deeper and higher.
International. Yeah. Because right now, you see, there is a particular Christian youth who is being disturbed by somebody in Qatar, or somebody in USA, or somebody in Nairobi, or somebody in Accra, somebody anywhere. Somebody that you have never even met. Because, nowadays, we are living in social media era.
Yeah, true.
Social media era, where when you do something, you just post it.
You post it.
Yeah. And nowadays you say this, you say what manenos, Dubai manenos, those manenos. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So, and that has become a real challenge, because now that is peer pressure in a higher level, hybrid of it.
Yeah, true.
Before technological advance, because before technology came in, peer pressure was just local.
And the only thing that could disturb us is that the neighbor is cooking chapati.
Only chapatis.
Chapati.
Just imagine chapatis. That was actually even during our time. It's funny. During our time, I remember well. There was a year. I can't recall that year well, but during Christmas, we could only eat chapatis during Christmas. Yeah, during Christmas, and the family that could afford chapati was the most the wealthiest
Yeah, the wealthy.
of all. I remember in our city, or not city, we didn't have a city, but it's a city in the village.
Yeah.
In our city, in our village, it was called Gatamayo, Gatamayo village.
Okay.
In our village, there was one family that was the richest, and they in the whole place, they are the only people that had TV.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and they had cows. So we could go and pick milk from them. So we were really praying, like myself, when we go to pick milk, our desire was to find they have not
They have not milked.
milked. So that
Relate.
at the window there as we wait, we can watch. I remember mostly we could watch wrestling. You know wrestling?
Yeah.
A Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. You know those, yeah, big show.
I can
So we could,
relate,
and
yeah.
do you know the TV? It was, do you think what kind of TV was that? It was just
black and white.
Great Wall.
Yeah.
The red and black, the Great Wall. That was the richest person then.
And why was that TV called Great Wall? And it was just a small like.
But it was called Great Wall. So, our influence, or the influence then was local.
Yeah.
There were nothing like TikToks.
Yeah.
There were no Facebooks. There were, there was nothing like that.
Yeah.
There was nothing like AI. Is it AI? Artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
There was nothing like that. Now, all these things have come in.
Yeah.
In your village, you could only be influenced by your fellow villager, and you could be a village champion. Now, here, the world has become a village.
Has opened up.
So the influence is really, the influence has really increased.
Yeah. It has gone a notch higher.
It has gone a notch higher.
Yeah.
Because now somebody in Kenya will get influenced by somebody in Qatar, will get influenced by somebody in Afghanistan,
Yeah.
in somebody in USA, because people are even becoming, they are friends. We have online mentors.
Yeah,
You know
true.
that?
Yeah.
So we can have a mentee in Kenya who is being mentored by somebody in the US.
Yeah. True.
Actually, we have also online relationships.
Yeah, they are
People who are meeting
Online.
through online and they marry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see? So, the influence technology has brought peer pressure, or the influence has become hybrid
Yeah,
because of the technology. And now, a Christian youth has more work, has to take more caution, has a lot to filter. That is called the wisdom of filtering.
Yeah.
Has a lot to filter than a village champion
Yeah.
who could only filter some few neighbors,
Yeah.
and some few programs, like there was wrestling then. Right now, there's so many programs.
Yeah.
And there are so
Netflix.
many,
We have Netflix. We have they can watch
Everything.
Yeah.
networks or Wi-Fi's are all over.
Yeah.
So that has really brought quite a huge challenge to the Christian youth. And my advice to them as we proceed, my advice to them is that it's good to run your race as a youth. It's good to understand you have a race to run. Personally, you yourself, you have a race to run. You have your own life. Please compete with yourself. Compete with the potential that God has given to you.
Wow.
Don't compete. And let me tell you, don't be threatened by what people are doing online there. Run your own race.
And the funny thing is that some of them, they are not even living that life that they post on social media. So they are just lying. And you can find a youth is stressed. They become depressed because of such a thing. So what you're saying, man of God, it's very true. It's good to live your own life and to run your own race.
Yeah, very, very much important, because you have your life to live. And God knows. God has got good plans for you.
Yeah,
God knows what you need.
true.
God knows your end. What is disturbing you could not be real, as you are saying. Most of it is fake. Some people are living fake life. And some people, the life they are living, you see, it is not something which is so much, it is not sustainable for long.
Yeah, true.
And then there is a believer there. There is a Christian believer there. And when I'm talking about peer pressure affects everybody. There is adult peer pressure.
Yeah, there
Yes.
is, yeah.
We have women. You find yourself maybe at your age. You have seen a dress somewhere with your neighbor.
Yeah.
And then that disturbs you.
Or online, yeah.
You have seen another dress. You know, it is really, there is adult peer pressure.
Yeah, there
Men also, ourselves. Maybe I'm driving just like a small car. I see my friend driving a 4x4. And then I have sleepless nights. So running our race is very much important in life. And it will really help you. And we've seen young men, because of that pressure, peer pressure, some have even decided to terminate their lives.
Yeah, true.
They think they are less fortunate because they are not like so and so, because they are not driving the kind of machine so and so is driving. So my fellow youth, believers, Christians, and those youth who are listening, watching this program, or will watch later, it is good, very much important to run your race. You have a race to run. You yourself, there is a purpose you're supposed to fulfill here on earth that nobody else who can fulfill.
Yeah.
So stop chasing other people. Stop being disturbed and worried by other people's progress. Worry about your own progress. Mind your own business, as the Bible says. You know, there is a lot of minding of other people's business. Run your race. There is a lot of satisfaction in that. And that's why, Rachel, when a parable is being given of 3 servants, one was given 5 talents. The other one was given 2. The other one was given 1. For sure, at that juncture, you say the master was unfair.
Yeah.
Because why give 5?
Another 2.
Another 2.
And
another
5.
1. Why?
Yeah.
The master was unfair until the master comes back.
Yeah.
Until the master comes back. When the master comes back, you realize the one who was given 5 brought other 5. Yeah. The one who was given 2 brought other 2. What about the one who was given 1?
Nothing.
What about him?
They brought nothing.
What if he was the one given 5?
Nothing. He would have just returned the 5.
Or squandered.
Yeah.
So, that's a sign, or that's a parable to show us. And you see, the one who was given 5 after bringing 5, what is it said of him? Well done, good and faithful servant.
Yeah.
Well done, good and faithful servant. Yeah. The one who was given 2 was not told lesser words. The same words. Well done, good and faithful servant. Actually, the one who was given 1, if he could have brought another 1, the same words could have been said.
Very true.
Well done, good and faithful servant. So what does it mean? The master distributed according to the ability. So God, the master, could not ask the one who was given 1 for 5.
True.
The way he never asked the one who was given 2 to have similar to the one who was given 5. Yeah. So there is what you have been packaged to do as a youth. There is what God meant, or there is what you've been equipped to do here on earth. Wow. So stop following or chasing other people. Run your race. Maybe yours is a 100 meters. Yeah. And you are competing with somebody who will go 42 kilometers. Yeah, that's what I would like to say.
Okay, man of God, beside peer pressure, we know also the advancement of technology has come with increase in immorality. How can you advise the youth to shy away from the immoral things that are published in the media today? How can they overcome this? And it is everywhere. They can watch it at any time. How can they be able to overcome it?
Thank you, Rachel. As I was highlighting, I mentioned something on biological changes.
Yeah.
Biological. A lady, a young girl, the bust was very small. Now all of a sudden there are some changes. Hey, things are changing.
Yeah.
Everything about her, things are changing. A gentleman, a boy, the voice breakage.
Yeah.
Then at lower primary, they were playing together, and they could even carry each other. No feeling, nothing. Now, after some time, they sit next to each other. They feel, there are some centigrade. There are some centigrade. Things have begun to change. You know, these are biological changes which are not demonic, God-given. They are gifts. Because later on in life, they will be useful for procreation and so many other things. So, but the Bible says God makes everything beautiful in its own timing, in its own time. So, at this particular time, when you are young, it is good you understand. I usually call it the enemy within. The enemy within. Having those feelings. I've said they're biological, God-given. If you don't feel it, there's something wrong.